Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time here, you are welcome. This is a channel where we discuss trading psychology, risk management, discipline, and the principles that are required to build a lasting trading career. And if you are interested in learning how to approach trading as a business rather than a gamble, consider subscribing to the channel because that is exactly what we discuss here. Now let's get to today's topic. One of the biggest misconceptions in trading is the belief that complexity equals skill. Many beginners assume that the more indicators they use, the more professional they are, or the more tools on their charts, the more advanced they must be, or perhaps the more information they collect, the better their decision will become. But in reality, the opposite is often true. Complexity does not automatically create better trading. In fact, too much complexity often creates confusion. Think about what happens when many people first started learning how to trade. They discover RSI, then MACD, then Bollinger Bands, then Fibonacci levels, then moving averages, then custom indicators, then news feeds, then market sentimental tools. Each new tool they add promises to improve their trading, so they keep adding more and more tools. Before they know it, the chart looks like a control panel from a spaceship. Lines everywhere, indicators everywhere, signals everywhere, and ironically, they can barely even see price itself. More information doesn't always mean better decisions. This is an important principle that extends far beyond trading. More information is not always better. Imagine driving a car while 10 different people are shouting directions at you. One says turn left, another says turn right, someone else says slow down, another says speed up. You don't become a better driver, you become confused. But many traders create the same problem on their charts. One indicator says buy, another one says sell, a third one says wait, a fourth one says the market is overbought, a fifth one says the trend is strong. So now what? Instead of clarity, they experience paralysis. One of the surprising things many beginners discover when they meet experienced traders is how simple their process often is. Many professionals do not use dozens of indicators. Many do not spend all day adding new tools. And many have a relatively simple process that they execute consistently. Why? Because their goal is not to impress people. Their goal is to make decisions. A complicated system that creates confusion is less valuable than a simple system that creates clarity. A quick note before we continue. Before we continue, I would like to briefly address something. Some viewers may feel like I sound as though I'm reading from a script, and honestly, that's because I am. I intentionally write these videos beforehand because I want to be composed, organized, and clear with what I'm sharing. Because there have been many times when I wanted to discuss an important concept and later realized I forgot to mention something valuable. So writing a script helps me to communicate the complete idea without leaving out important details. So if I occasionally sound scripted, that is simply because I want the content to be as useful and structured as possible. My goal is not to sound perfect. My goal is to help serious traders learn concepts that can positively impact their trading careers. Now let's continue. A trading system exists only for one reason, and that is to help you make repeatable decisions. That's it. A system should help you to answer questions such as what am I looking for? When do I enter? Where do I place my stop? How much should I risk? When do I exit? If your system makes those decisions clearer, it's helping you. If it makes those decisions harder, it's hurting you. The purpose of a system is not to be complicated. The purpose of a system is to be useful. Most traders are not struggling because they lack information. Most traders are struggling because they cannot consistently execute. and consistency becomes difficult when every decision requires interpreting 10 different indicators. Simple process are easier to repeat, simple process are easier to evaluate, and simple process are easier to improve. Repeatability is one of the foundations of long-term success. Many traders spend years collecting tools. They collect indicators, they collect strategies, they collect mentors, they collect courses, they collect opinions, but they never stop collecting more tools long enough to master anything. The result is that they become experts at finding new information but never become experts at execution. Learning is valuable, but eventually learning must be converted into action. At some point, you must stop collecting tools and start building skills. Think about professional athletes. They don't become great because they know hundreds of techniques. They become great because they repeatedly execute fundamental skills at a high level. Trading is similar. Skills come from following your rules, managing risk, maintaining discipline, reviewing performance, and improving gradually. These things are not glamorous, but they are effective, and effectiveness matters more than complexity. Some traders worry that a simple system cannot possibly work. They assume that because something is simple, it must be incomplete. But simplicity is not weakness. Simplicity is often a sign of understanding, because when you truly understand something, you usually become better at simplifying it. The goal is not to have the most complicated chart. The goal is to have a process that will help you to consistently make good decisions. If you remember one thing from today's video, let it be this: complexity is not the same as skill. So adding more indicators does not automatically make you a better trader. Adding more tools does not automatically improve your decision making either. Professional trading is often much simpler than beginners expect. The goal is not to collect the most tools. The goal is to make clear, repeatable decisions, because consistency is built through execution, not complexity. If you found this video valuable and would like to have a structured roadmap that is covering trading psychology, risk management, discipline, probability, journaling, and professional trading development, check out my book, The Professional Trader's Blueprint. You will find a link in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content that is focused on trading psychology, risk management, and treating trading as a business. And I would also like to hear from you. How many indicators do you currently use on your chart? Or have you simplified your trading over time? Or are you still searching for more tools? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, trading is a business. Treat it as such.